first we're going to present my screen. Yes. Yes. Today I'm going to start the array in PHP. So what is array? Means array is in PHP array is a data type, and it is used to store. It is a homogeneous structured data type which is used to store the single type values. Means array is used to store the values of the same data type. एरे में क्या करते हैं हम लोग सेम डेटा टाइप के वैल्यूज ही स्टोर करते हैं. सपोज इफ यू हैव टू स्टोर 100 numbers. If you have to store 100 numbers, then in place of declaring the 100 variables we can use the array. क्योंकि अगर हम लोग 100 वेरिएबल्स हमें डिक्लेयर करने पड़ेंगे फॉर 100 नंबर्स को स्टोर करने के लिए, सो उसके जगह पे हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं, वी कैन डिक्लेयर एन एरे एंड वी कैन स्टोर 100 or 1000 of the numbers in a single variable of array type. एरे में क्या कर सकते हैं हम लोग, 100,000 जितना भी आपको स्टोर करना है आप सेम टाइप के वैल्यूज को स्टोर कर सकते हैं. सपोज अगर आपको 100 नंबर्स स्टोर करने हैं, इफ यू हैव टू स्टोर द 100 ऑफ द नंबर्स, देन इसके लिए क्या जरूरत पड़ेगा, तो हमें 100 वेरिएबल्स डिक्लेयर करने पड़ेंगे. सो वो क्या करेगा, हमारे एक तो हमारा इट विल इंक्रीज द लाइन ऑफ कोड्स. वो क्या करेगा, हमारे कोड का लाइन इंक्रीज करेगा, वेट इंक्रीज करेगा. और फॉर हैंडलिंग दैट ऑल वेरिएबल्स इट इज लिटिल बिट कॉम्प्लेक्स. सो उसके जगह पे क्या कर सकते हैं हम लोग, वी कैन स्टोर दैट 100 नंबर्स इन अ सिंगल वेरिएबल ऑफ द एरे टाइप. हम लोग एरे में एरे टाइप का एक वेरिएबल डिक्लेयर करेंगे, उसमें 100,000 जितना भी हो वो नंबर स्टोर कर सकते हैं. एंड इट इज इजी टू हैंडल. जिस क्या होता है, तो ये इजी टू हैंडल भी हो जाएगा. हमें 100 वेरिएबल्स को हैंडल करने से अच्छा है कि हम लोग सिंगल वेरिएबल को हैंडल करें. सो एरे इज अ homogeneous structured data type which is used to store the data or the values of the same data type. मीन्स एक ही डेटा टाइप के वैल्यूज को हम लोग उसमें स्टोर कर सकते हैं. इफ़ यू वांट टू स्टोर द 100 इंटीजर्स देन यू कैन स्टोर द 100 इंटीजर्स. इफ यू वांट टू स्टोर द 100 स्ट्रिंग देन यू कैन स्टोर द 100 of the strings in that. So in PHP, then how many types of array is there? array के कितने टाइप्स होते हैं? Yes, anyone? How many types of the array are there? Yes, group 3. Okay, there are 3 types of array. Which one? Yes, Ritu. Index associative. Okay, Sakshi 2, Dhruv 1D and 2D. Okay. Yes, there are 3 types of the array in the PHP. The index array, associative array and the multidimensional array. There are 3 types of the array. Which one is the first one is the indexed, the second one is the associative, and the third one is the multidimensional array. So what is indexed array? First we will see the indexed array. Then where it is? Yes, array. In array there are 3 types. First one is the indexed array. Second one is the array, associative array, and the third one is the multidimensional array. So we will see all these 3 array one by one. हम लोग क्या करेंगे, सारे एरे को वन बाय वन देखेंगे। फर्स्ट वी विल सी द इंडेक्स एरे। व्हाट इज इंडेक्स्ड एरे? Indexed array is just same as like the 1D array, means it is also known as the numeric array. So an array with a numeric index means the array with a numeric index is known as the indexed array or the numeric array. मीन्स इसमें क्या होता है, जो भी हमारा एरे जो होता है वो अगर उसका इंडेक्स नंबर अगर न्यूमेरिक हो तो वो हमारा इंडेक्स नंबर होता है। जो सपोज for syntax for the numeric array is, yes, in PHP for declaring an array we have to use the array function. This is a function used for of an array. Means array function is used for declaration of an array. For declaring an array we have to use this array function. Okay, this syntax for the dollar ARR or the array name is equals to array, sorry, and the values, value 1, value 2, and dot dot dot, sorry. So this is the syntax for declaring an index array. Index array क्या होता है? The index arrays are the those arrays whose index are the numeric order, whose which has the numeric index numbers. जिस इंडेक्स जिसका इंडेक्स नंबर न्यूमेरिक होता है उसको हम लोग न्यूमेरिक एरे और द इंडेक्स एरे बोलते हैं. So see one example of the index array. We can initialize the numeric array or the index array in two ways. First type of the declaration is dollar $ARR is equals to array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the first way of declaration of the indexed array, and the second way for the declaration for the indexed array is uh, we can store it as the, sorry, dollar ARR of 0 is equals to 1. Means we can declare this array or we can initialize the array according to their index numbers. हम लोग index number का यूज करके भी उसमें values को insert कर सकते हैं. डॉलर ARR 1 is equals to 2 and so on. Means इस तरह हम लोग index number का यूज करके भी हम लोग we can store the values inside an array by using an index number. Okay. So This is the array. For printing the values, we can print it by using their index number also and by using the loops also. हम लोग इसको प्रिंट कर सकते हैं, इसके जो भी वैल्यूज हैं उसको हम लोग एज ए इंडेक्स नंबर्स के थ्रू भी प्रिंट कर सकते हैं, और बाय यूजिंग द लूप भी हम लोग इसको प्रिंट कर सकते हैं द वैल्यूज ऑफ द एरे. So I'm going to print the values, their values, by using the array first. So I'm just going to comment this to set question mark. So I'm going to use the for each loop. Dollar ARR as dollar values. So I'm just going to print now echo double quotes, just one space, value h dot dollar values values dot and double quotes the br tag for printing in a new line. Okay, just save this and go to the browser. Oh, sorry, just go to the browser and open localhost demo slash first dot php. There is a 316 unexpected. Where it is the 316? Oh, sorry, this one. Control S. See, I'm printing by using the for each loop. मैंने यहाँ क्या है for each loop यूज करके प्रिंट किया है. You can use also the for loop also for printing the same array. Second, I'm going to use the for loop. Control shift question mark for commenting. Next, by printing the for loop, we have to first find the length of the array. And for finding the length of the array, there is one method, count, which is used to find the length of the array. Count method means uh, where I will write, here I am writing count, which is used to find the length of an array. Means count method is used to find the length of the array. So because we have to set the condition, मुझे कंडीशन सेट करना है फॉर में कि मुझे कब तक लूप चलना चाहिए. So for finding that, for setting that condition, first I am going to find the length, because I am going to iterate the loop till the length of the array. उसकी जितनी लेंथ है मैं उतने टाइम्स को लूप को इटरेट करूंगा. ओके, सो जस्ट यार start the for loop. uh, First I have to find the length of the array. Dollar arr len is equals to count dollar arr semicolon. Next for dollar I is equals to 0, dollar I is less than dollar arr len, and then dollar I plus plus. I'm going to start the curly braces, then inside the curly braces echo value is equal to dot dollar arr of I. I am printing the values by index wise. So for printing the new line, I have to give the br tag. So just save it and go and run. Warning, varage equals to blank. Use of undefined constant I. Uh, Sorry, I have to give here the dollar I. Every time we have to give that dollar sign with the variable names. जहाँ जहाँ भी हम लोग वेरिएबल्स यूज करेंगे, जो भी वेरिएबल मैंने लिए हैं, जहाँ जहाँ भी हम लोग यूज करेंगे वो सारे वेरिएबल से तो हमें जितने भी जगह यूज है सब जगह डॉलर सिंबल यूज ही करना है। जैसे मैंने यहाँ आई को 1 2 3 4 बार यूज किया, तो हर एक जगह डॉलर देना जरूरी ही है। इट इज मैंडेटरी टू गिव द डॉलर सिंबल विथ ऑल वेरिएबल्स नेम। जहाँ जहाँ भी यूज करेंगे उस वेरिएबल को हमें डॉलर देना जरूरी है। So let's go and refresh. See, we'll print the values. So हम लोग क्या हम लोग दोनों लूप का यूज कर सकते हैं। फॉर को भी यूज कर सकते हैं, वाइल भी लूप कर सकते हैं, डू वाइल भी कर सकते हैं, और फॉर ईच भी कर सकते हैं। वी कैन यूज ऑल टाइप्स ऑफ लूप्स फॉर प्रिंटिंग द array, but mostly we are using the for each loop. And index for index array we can use the other loops also for printing, but for printing the associative array we have to use the for each loop, because in that there is a key value pair values. उसमें क्या होता है कि key value pairs होते हैं. So by using the for each loop we can print the associative array values. So this is the index array. First, this is the index array. For index array are those array whose index numbers are numeric, whose index are numeric or integers. So it is called as the index or the numeric array. The next one is the associative array. So I'm just going to comment this. Throw shift question mark. Oh, sorry. Just comment. So here's the index array. Next one is the associative array. So what is associative array? Means it is just similar to the numeric array. इसमें क्या होता है, ये भी just similar to numeric array in terms of functionality, but in terms of index it is different from the index array or the numeric array. In this array, uh, it takes index numbers, or it takes index as a string. Means associative arrays are those array whose index are string, whose index can be string. जिसका इंडेक्स नंबर जो भी इंडेक्स है वो स्ट्रिंग होगा, वो हमारा एसोसिएटिव एरे होता है। वी कैन सेट द इंडेक्स एज अ स्ट्रिंग और न्यूमेरिक, इट्स अप टू वी। ये हमारे ऊपर डिपेंड करता है कि हमें कैसे उसको सेट करना है, उसके इंडेक्स को या तो न्यूमेरिक करना है या फिर क्या बोलते हैं, स्ट्रिंग करना है। सो वी, इट इज अप टू यू what you are setting the index. Means in associative array it gives the facility to set the index according to the user. इसमें क्या कर सकते, जो भी इंडेक्स नंबर होगा हमारा वो अकॉर्डिंग टू यूजर, अकॉर्डिंग टू मतलब कि यूजर पे डिपेंड होता है कि उसे कैसे इंडेक्स नंबर चाहिए। if he wants to set the index number as a string, then he can set the index number as a string. If he want to set the index as a numeric, so he can set the index as a numeric too. So for the syntax for the uh, associative array is, and it is a key value pair. इसमें क्या होता है, की और वैल्यू पेयर होता है। वी आर गिविंग द की मीन्स वी आर गिविंग द इंडेक्स एंड देयर वैल्यूज। So the syntax for the associative array is, this is the associative array, and the syntax is the dollar array name is equals to array, sorry, z array, and in this we are giving the keys or the index. I'm just going to write the key and their values, and we are initializing their values by using the this symbol equal to followed by the greater than symbol. It's equals to um, just any value, key and the value. ठीक है, this is the syntax for the associative array. We can store the multiple values, means we can store the multiple key and values. This is a key one, value one. Same I'm going to copy from here and just paste here, key 2, value 2, and so on. Oh, sorry, control V, key n and the value n. So this is the syntax for the associative array. Let's take one example. See one example of the associative array. Uh, just comment this. I'm going to declare an associative array dollar $arr is equals to array uh, Vivek um, 27 and double quotes I have to write, comma Vikas 28. So I have taken the three values there. मैंने एक एसोसिएटिव एरे डिक्लेयर किया, उसमें मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, थ्री वैल्यूज ले रहा है। एक फर्स्ट इंडेक्स में मैंने क्या स्टोर किया है, इन फर्स्ट इंडेक्स आई हैव स्टोर्ड the key and the value, means first key is the Vivek and and its value is the 27. Second key is Vikas and its value is 28. Third key is Sujata and its value is 27. Okay, in this also we can print all the array according to their keys, all the values according to their keys. Suppose if you want to print single key and their values, so you can also print. If you want to access all the keys and the values at a time, so you can print or the access all the values and the keys by using the for each loop. In this we have to use the for each loop, we cannot use the for loop in this. So for printing all the keys and the values, we have to print it by using the for each loop. Okay, so first I am going to print it single value, means single according to the key and the value without using loop. I am going to print it without using loop. So echo uh, semicolon Vivek Vivek is dot dollar ARR. So first I am going to print the first value. Here I am going to print the first value. So for printing the first value, I have to use the first index number, means this one, this from here to here. This is a single value. This Vivek is its index number or the index, and this one is the value. So for printing the first value, means this one 27, we have to use this index number or index name Vivek. Okay, so I am going to, for printing, I have to use here dollar array in a subscript and single quotes. I have to write the Vivek. So this one is the in single dimensional array, means in numeric array we are using now. We are writing like this. For printing we are writing like suppose dollar array is my array name ARR. For printing the values, I have to give the index number na 0 or 1. Then again if I have to print, then I have to give the dollar ARR 2. So like that, here we also have to give the index name. So this one, this Vivek is the index name for the value 27. At the index name Vivek, the value 27 is stored. So for printing the value 27, we have to give the name of that index number. So for giving that index number or the index name, here I am giving the index name and the message. Okay, so let's see what it will print. Go to the browser and refresh. Unexpected dollar ARR 340. 340. Oh, sorry, this one. Just remove this. So see, it is printing Vivek is 27-year-olds, means for accessing the first value, I am giving the this index name. Like this, if you want to print the single or the separate values, so you or without using loops, so you can print like this by without using the loop. and for accessing all the values of the associative array, we have to use the for each loop. Now I'm going to use the for each loop for accessing all the elements of that array, associative array. Okay, so here is the for each array. For each dollar ARR as dollar $x. I'm setting the dollar array name as a, and I'm copying all the array in a x. Now I am going to use the value, means I'm going to use all the indexes as a x for printing, not this one name. And now I'm going to use all the for printing all the elements. I'm going to use this name, not this name. And the values are dollar x value. Okay, and for the values I'm going to, means this is a key value pair na. Here this one is the array vivek of, means 27 कहाँ स्टोर है हमारा, तो array vivek array name and this array vivek में स्टोर है हमारा 27. so this array I am going to take give the, अब कैसे हमें प्रिंट होगा, तो जो भी हमारा ये x वैल्यू ये हमारा वैल्यू इंडिकेट करेगा, एंड इस x इज इंडिकेटिंग आवर द array name. So the next one, the next line, echo, so x will treat like a key, and the x value is treat like the values of that key. So for printing, here I am going to print all the keys and all the values. Echo in double quotes, key is equals to dot dollar x dot and and space value is equals to uh, dot sorry outside dot dollar x value, and again dot for printing all in the new line. Have to give here the br tag and the semicolon. Let's see what it will print. I'm printing both the key and the value, both I'm printing here. So for printing all the keys and the value, see here, first key is Vivek and the value is 27. Second key is Vikas and the value is 28. And the third key is Sujata and the value is 27. So for printing the associative array, we have to use the for each loop. Associative array को print करने के लिए हमें for each loop का use करना ही पड़ेगा. This is the uh, example of the associative array. What is associative array then? It is a key value pair array. In this, we can set the index of an array according to us. हम लोग अपने according इसमें index set कर सकते हैं. If you want to set the index as a string, then you can set the index name as a string or the index number as a string. If you want to set the index as a numeric, then you can also set the index as a numeric. So it provides the key value pair thing. ये क्या करता है, की वैल्यू पेयर प्रोवाइड करता है. ठीक है. सो दिस इज एन द associative array. Next one is the multi-dimensional array. What is multi-dimensional array? Means array inside an array. First comment this. Control shift question mark. Next one is the multi-dimensional array. Next one is the multi-dimensional array. And what is multi-dimensional array? Multi-dimensional array means array inside an array. मीन्स एक एरे के अंदर अगर मल्टीपल एरेज हो तो वो हमारा मल्टी डायमेंशनल एरे होता है पीएचपी में. मीन्स इट हैज अ टेबुलर फॉर्म ऑन द रो इन अ रो और द कॉलम फॉर्म. इन वन एरे देर आर मल्टीपल एरेज इनसाइड द सिंगल एरे. एक एरे के अंदर मल्टीपल एरेज होते हैं. वी कैन स्टोर द मल्टीपल एरेज इनसाइड अ सिंगल एरे. हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं इन मल्टी डायमेंशनल एरे? हम लोग क्या कर सकते हैं, तो वी कैन स्टोर द मल्टीपल एरेज इनसाइड अ सिंगल एरे. एक एरे के अंदर हम लोग मल्टीपल एरेज भी स्टोर कर सकते हैं बाय यूजिंग द मल्टी डायमेंशनल एरे. The syntax for the two dimensional array means मल्टी डायमेंशनल एरे क्या होता है? इट इज इन रो एंड द कॉलम फॉर्म. ये हमारा रो और कॉलम फॉर्म में होता है और द टेबुलर फॉर्म में होता है ये हमारा. The syntax for the multi-dimensional array is the dollar array name is equals to array inside. I'm going to array, just entering the values. Not the semicolon here, it is by separated by the comma, then again comma, array 33333, and this is so, and then last semicolon. So this is the array. I am storing the three array inside and a single array. Means एक array के अंदर मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, three arrays को store कर रहा हूँ. तो this is the syntax for the multi-dimensional array. We are declaring or we are initializing the multi-dimensional array like this. So next take one example of the multi-dimensional array. Comment this. Um, some dollar car is equals to array array in this I'm storing the car name Volvo, comma 22, comma 18, array Maruti, sorry, is it the 13, 12, and one more array uh, Honda, comma 17, comma 15. There's no semicolon. It is separated by the comma, and in last there is a semicolon. So here I have declared one array named cars. In that car array I have stored the three cars values. मैंने तीन तरह के कार के वैल्यूज स्टोर किए हैं एरे में. फर्स्ट एरे आई एम स्टोरिंग द वॉल्वो 22 and the 18. Array second array Maruti 30 and 12. In third array Honda 17 and the 15. So for printing means we can print it by using हम लोग इसको प्रिंट कर सकते हैं. नॉर्मली हम लोग इसको बाय देयर इंडेक्स नंबर का भी यूज करके हम लोग प्रिंट कर सकते हैं. जैसे हम लोग जस्ट टेक वन, जस्ट प्रिंटिंग वन एरे बाय यूजिंग द इंडेक्स नंबर ओनली. So for printing without using loop, echo dollars cars means it is in a row or column form. So we have to give the row number and the column number. So means just go in the word blank start. So your array is like this. It is in a row and the column form. So in first I have stored what I have stored in the first one, the Volvo 22 and the 18. Volvo next is the 22 and the in next 18. In second I have stored Maruti 32. Maruti 30 and the 12. And the last one I think Honda 1715. Honda 17 and the 15. So this is the tabular form for the array. This is a multi-dimensional array. Multiple dimensional array जो होता है हमारा multi-dimensional वो just same table like structure होता है उसका. So we are storing that the values in multi-dimensional in a row and the column form. So for index number for this, just a minute. This index number is the 0 of the 0 because this value is the this index number is the 0, this index is 1, and this index is the 2. And like this in this side also, uh, and like this the syntax, it is a 0 1, sorry, सो मैंने इसमें भी क्या हो जाए, हमारा ये इंडेक्स नंबर में 0 1 एंड 2, ये हमारा रो कुछ भी होता है वो हमारा 0 1 2 ही होता है। एंड द इंडेक्स मीन्स जो भी हमारे ये जो सेल नंबर होंगे वो हमारे इंडेक्स नंबर्स होंगे। तो फर्स्ट जो भी द फर्स्ट सेल इज आवर द इंडेक्स नंबर वाज फॉर द फर्स्ट सेल इज द 0 0, ये क्या होगा, हमारा इंडेक्स नंबर इज 0 0। सेकंड जो हमारा सेल नंबर होगा उसका इंडेक्स होगा हमारा, because it is the first row and the second column, so it is the 0 and the 1. And the third one is the, it is the first row means the 0th row and the second column, so its index number is the 0 and the 2. Like this we have all the index numbers. This one is the 1 0, here it is 1 0 1 1 1 2, and this one is the 2 0 2 1 2 2. सो हर एक जो भी हमारे सेल नंबर्स जो होंगे वो एज ए हमारा इंडेक्स नंबर होगा। सो फॉर प्रिंटिंग द फर्स्ट रो आई हैव टू पास द फर्स्ट इंडेक्स नंबर इज द 0, फर्स्ट रो 0th row and the 0 column. The first value is stored in the 0 and the 0 at the place of the 0 and the 0. Okay, the next, after this I'm doing the dot. Second I'm just giving that the colon. Second value is how much car has left in the stock. So I'm giving here in stock, after double quotes dot dollar cars of 0 and 1, and the next value is how much cars has been sold. So in double quotes comma sold colon outside dot dollar cars, and the third value for the first row and the third column or the second column is it starts from 0, 0 से start होता है इसलिए 0 1 and the 2, so it is the 0 of 0, the 0th row and the second column, okay, in this semicolon. So let's go and see what it will print. Let's go to the browser, let's refresh this. See, it's printing the value of the first value is the Volvo, and the second 0 1 at the place of 0 1 it is 22, and the at the place of the 0 2 it is 18. So for printing it is a multi-dimensional array is in a tabular form, or it is in a combination of the row and the column form, and all the values stored in the cell of that table or that array. तो जो भी हमारा सेल नंबर और जो भी हमारा सेल नंबर होगा उस टेबल का, वो हमारा एज ए इंडेक्स नंबर वर्क करता है यहाँ पे। जैसे कि हमारा फर्स्ट वैल्यू जो भाई हमारा, इसमें हम लोग 3 रोज एंड द 3 कॉलम्स हैं, तो आई एम स्टार्टिंग द रोज एंड द कॉलम नंबरिंग विद द 0 and 1 and the 2. So the first cell number will be the first index, So the first number cell is the combination of the zero place and the zero and the zero. So its number is the zero and zero. The second is the zero and the one, and the third one is the zero and the two, and the last one is the second row and the second column. So its value is the 2 2. जो भी हमारा सेल नंबर है वो एज ए इंडेक्स नंबर वर्क करता है हमारा मल्टी डायमेंशनल एरे में. सो ये था हमारा बाय विदाउट यूजिंग एन एरे फॉर प्रिंटिंग द वैल्यूज ऑफ द मल्टी डायमेंशनल एरे. नेक्स्ट हम लोग देखेंगे बाय यूजिंग फॉर प्रिंटिंग द वैल्यू ऑफ द एरेज बाय यूजिंग द एरे बाय यूजिंग एरे. सपोज हमें एक ही बार में अगर हमारे पास नॉर्मल 3 एरेज हैं और द 3 rows and the columns हैं, तो हम सिंगल सिंगल करके प्रिंट कर सकते हैं. सपोज इफ वी हैव द 100 rows and the columns, so for printing that we have to use the loop. हमें उसके लिए लूप यूज करने पड़ेंगे. So let's see how to print the array by using the loop. Let's go to the editor. Let's comment this. One, uh, for first we will go through the row and the second, and the index number means in multidimensional array are $arr. The first index is the it has two सबस्क्रिप्ट. बस क्या होता है, टू सबस्क्रिप्ट्स होते हैं. एंड द फर्स्ट इज द रो. फर्स्ट विल इंडिकेट द रो. फर्स्ट जो होता है वो रो इंडिकेट करता है. एंड द सेकेंड इज इंडिकेटिंग द कॉलम्स. सेकेंड क्या होता है, तो वो हमारा कॉलम को इंडिकेट करता है. द फर्स्ट रो इंडिकेट्स द रोज. फर्स्ट सबस्क्रिप्ट इंडिकेट्स द रोज एंड द सेकेंड इज द कॉलम नंबर. सो जो हमारा फर्स्ट लूप जो होगा हमारा चलेगा वो हमारा किसके लिए चलेगा, तो रो के लिए चलेगा. So I'm just giving the dollar row is equals to 0. I'm starting from 0. Second, how many rows we have? We have the 3 rows. So row is less than 3. Sorry, to use this bracket here, the parenthesis and the semicolon, and this one is the dollar row. We have to use every time dollar symbol with variable names. Row plus plus. This is for the row. हमें इसमें एक और लूप चलाने पड़ेंगे. वो किसके लिए होगा, तो कॉलम्स के लिए हो गए. For dollar call is equals to 0, dollar call is less than 3, and the dollar call is plus plus. Okay, in this I am going to print the value. So just here I'm going to copy this code and just going to paste it here. I'm just going to change only the index names. This is the dollar row and the second one is the dollar call. Dollar call. I'm just going to copy this because here we have to print all the values. That's why we have to give the row and the columns. And in last, this is the it, here we have to print the echo for printing in a new line br tag semicolon. Let's go to the browser and just refresh this. See, here it is printing. Here it is printing all the way. I think it is repeating. Maruti, again in stock Maruti. Okay, the statement is repeating one. So we can provide the formatting for printing. I'm going to put in a list wise. So for printing in a list, I'm just going to print it in a list manner. Echo double quotes ul. Yes, it is a unordered list. And this, remove this, echo in double quotes angle bracket li tag this tag outside dot dollar cars row, sorry, dollar row, and the dollar call dot double quotes the li complete, and after the semicolon. This one is the semicolon, and in last here is the closing of the ul tag, an angle bracket, the closing of the ul tag ul, and the bracket close. So I'm printing again, it is repeating one it is repeating. Just a minute. Just a minute. Dollar call and the low. Stress this. Why it is repeating extra li? First, the value of the row is 1, 0, 3 s, then equal ul, then it is 0. If 0 is less than 3, let's print the li. Okay, sorry. Here is the closing of the li ना. यहाँ पे close होगा li का. See, here it is the printing. If you want to give the index number or the row number since what is it is in the first row, it is in the second row. So you can give here control V echo and print it in a paragraph tag. Row number colon uh, dollar row for giving the row, given the dollar row. So it will also print the row number. In row 0, it is the Volvo 22 and the 18. In row number 1, the Maruti 3012, the row number 2. आप ये आपके ऊपर है, आप कैसे उसको सजाना चाहते हो. How you want to decorate, it's up to you. That how you want to see your output. ठीक है, ये हमारा था मल्टी डायमेंशनल एरे. सो वी हैव सीन द टाइप्स ऑफ द एरे इन PHP. There are three types of the array. First is the indexed array or the numeric array. What is indexed array and the numeric array? The indexed array and the numeric array are those array whose index number is starts with the or whose index number is the in a numeric form, which is called as the numeric array or the indexed array. Second one is the associative array. What is associative array? The associative arrays are those array whose index is a string, whose index values are string. Means it's up to you. We can set the index value as a string or the numeric. So mostly we are setting the index number as a string of the associative array. It is in a key value pair. We are providing the key and its value. So it is a key value pair array. And the third one is the multi-dimensional array. Multi-dimensional array are those array which have a multiple arrays inside a single array. Means we can store the multiple arrays inside an array. एक array के अंदर हम लोग multiple arrays को store कर सकते हैं हम लोग. ठीक है. So these are the types of array. Let's take 5 minute break. After 5 minutes we will continue next. 5 मिनट के बाद हम लोग